Welcome to the Ren Faire.
Welcome to the Ren Faire, travelers. You have arrived at your destination.
Welcome to the Questing Hour. We're not the Ren Faire, we're the Questing Hour podcast. And this week we're talking about our experience at the Tennessee Renaissance Festival. That's what I was going to say. Because we spent an entire day there, literally as soon as it opened, to the second it closed.
As soon as it closed, they were kicking us out of there.
They were. They said, get out. The Queen has decreed it.
We walked by the security guards and we're like, what if we just stay? And he was like, no.
He's like, don't even pretend.
Don't even pretend.
That's what I've been doing all day.
Like, what do you mean? This isn't real life?
Yeah, I've been role-playing all day.
So, Maggie, was that your first Renaissance fair?
It was not my first Renaissance fair. I've been to, that might have been my fifth?
Oh my God, what?
Fourth or fifth, yeah.
Have you dressed up every year?
Every year. Mm-hmm.
What were your past costumes?
So the first year it was technically called Pirate Fest. So I went as a pirate.
Oh, okay.
I had like a sword and like a little corset and this like red skirt, and then I had a plaid dress over it. So it was kind of giving like Celtic vibes also, which I thought would have been really good for the Ren Fair we went to this weekend because it was like a Celtic theme, which I didn't know about until we got there. But I was like, oh, everybody's in kilts. But everyone's in kilts.
This guy playing a bagpipe.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love the bagpipe. I love the bagpipe.
I love the sound of the bagpipe.
It's so beautiful. Like when I first, like, you know, when you're growing up and you're like, haha, bagpipes are a dumb instrument. They're funny and they sound bad. But the more that I hear it, I'm just like, it is so beautiful. And it holds so much cultural meaning because it's been around for centuries and centuries. And people still play it and they respect the culture and they wear the kilts and all of it. And they learn the same ancient songs. Mm-hmm. Whoa, these songs have been around for hundreds of years. It's so beautiful. And I get to hear it today at the Ren Fair. So
I know, that's literally how it started off.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, this is going to be a good day.
Yes.
And then the Queen came out with her royal court, and she welcomed us all to the Ren Fair. I was losing my mind. Whoa,
I was like,
okay,
this is so fun.
Yeah.
We are in it now.
We are in it, because a lot of Ren Fairs, they'll have like a story, an overarching story that goes with the whole fair, like, and everyone, all of the actors are like a character in that story. And so online they had like their little story. It was like, the Queen has welcomed everyone to her kingdom for like this one weekend, and you get to like meet all these characters that know the Queen or don't like the Queen and all this stuff. And they have like conflict and drama, and you get to like unravel it as you talk to all the characters. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Especially at the Pirate Fest that I went to. It was like this whole pirate crew, and then there was also like the British Royal Navy was there trying to catch the pirates.
Oh,
and you had to like pick a side, but am I going to help the British Navy or am I going to help the pirates? It was so great.
Wait, I love that. That's so fun.
So cool. That was the very beginning. We got welcomed by the Queen, and we got to walk in, and immediately we were just taken aback by how huge it was. It was the biggest one I've ever been to. There were so many. Yeah, it was the biggest one. There were so many vendors, so many food places, so many shows, an insane amount of shows that we got to see. It was awesome.
It was so fun. So that was my first Ren Fair ever.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
My first kind of, like, I've been to kind of a fair that's kind of like that. Mm-hmm. But never did I dress up, never, like, kind of the immersion. It is exactly what I imagined an actual Renaissance fair was like. Maybe, you know, obviously less advanced technologies, but it was so freaking fun. I loved seeing everyone's, like, more than anything, their creativity with their outfits.
Oh my gosh.
Way more people were dressed up than I thought.
Yeah.
Which I feel like when you go to like another type of convention, it's usually pretty like 50-50, or like there's a lot more people that are not dressed up as opposed to like cosplayers or something. And just like things like that, where it's like kind of normal to be not dressed up.
Yeah.
Whereas like at the Renaissance Fair, like if I was wearing regular clothes, I would have felt so out of place.
Yeah, it was like probably like 90% of the people were dressed
up. Like 90% of people were dressed up.
And like I was going hard too.
Yeah, like full on like fits it was just like it was
like
so
skirts to the
perfect.
floor, fairy
Huge
wings.
staffs
Yeah.
and like
Some guy
there
was
was
dressed like a tree ogre kind of thing,
yes.
like a full mask. It
There was
was
a girl that was dressed up
incredible.
like a jellyfish.
Yes,
Like she
with like
had
the
the
fall
huge
things coming
jelly
out.
hat with the flowy
Oh, it was
things. It
incredible.
was so
Yeah.
beautiful. It was so
Mhm.
cute. And like I was looking at because there's a Facebook page where it's like the unofficial page. I think you're on it.
Yeah.
But I was seeing some pictures of like families like preparing their costumes before. It's like a family
So
tradition to
sweet.
go. And like now they have kids, so all the kids are dressed up. And I was
Oh,
like, this is
precious.
so freaking cute. And I
Oh,
can
it's so
only
cute.
imagine like going as a family, just like, you know, like just like nerdy things. Like,
It's my favorite.
you know,
Yeah.
it was so cool. Um, yeah, all literally everything was like a first for me.
Hmm.
Um, I got to throw knives.
Oh,
Never
that was
thrown a
so much
knife or an
fun.
axe before because I know axe throwing is pretty popular.
Yeah.
Never done either of those. Never saw a joust.
Yeah.
Um, and one of my favorite things about anything, I think I've talked about this before, but I love immersion. I
Yeah.
love being immersed
That's
in
my
an
favorite.
experience
Hmm.
because I think that makes it way more worth it than anything else. And like if y'all don't remember me ever talking about it, like one of the perfect examples of immersion would be Universal or Disney.
Hmm.
Like when you're in line for the rides, it's like transporting you into the world that the ride takes place on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not even on the ride yet, and I'm already satisfied. Like this is already
Right. Just
perfect
because
for
I feel like
me.
I'm a part of the
I feel like I'm
that
part of it.
world. Yeah, that's
That
been
I'm part of
created.
that world. I'm a part of that
Hmm.
community. And I think what I love more than anything is like is also being a part of a community. So having
Yeah.
both the immersion and the huge welcoming community
Yeah.
was so incredible.
Hmm.
Oh, and the trinket trading?
Oh,
That
it was so
is so
great.
cute.
That is my favorite part.
That
So
is the
yeah.
cutest thing
Mhm.
like ever. I didn't know that oh sorry, my computer's shaking. I didn't know that was a thing.
Hmm.
Um I'm so glad you told me it was, but
Oh yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
was
So
like I'm
basically,
already
trinket
thinking of
trading.
next year.
Yeah. So trinket trading is you basically bring a bunch of tiny little things, little trinkets, and you just trade them with people. If you like take a picture with them, or you like their costume, or you're just like in line for a soda with them, and you can just trade your little things, and then you have a bunch of tiny little souvenirs at the end of the day.
A
So we got to
tiny
meet so
bunch of
many just
random stuff.
really sweet people, and I got like a strawberry. I traded some
Yes.
seashells. I got a little bat, and like a lot of people's trinkets would correspond with their costumes and like their character for the day.
She was like a little fairy, a fairy girl, and she was like, "Here's an eternal
Yeah,
strawberry."
and she was like dressed as a strawberry. It was so cute.
So
And I was like, oh, next year when I dress up, I'm definitely gonna get trinkets that correspond with my outfit.
okay,
It just
I've
feels like a full
already
character building moment.
yes, I've
Mhm.
already been thinking of next year because I'm like, okay, next year I could be a jester, like full out jester
Yeah,
fit.
I love a
I
jester.
think that'd be so cute. I could
Mhm.
do a bit more makeup and my hair would be out of my face, but my body would be covered, so I wouldn't have to worry about
The sunburn,
this
the
this
sunburn,
nonsense, y'all. I
so
don't know if
bad.
you see how
Oh,
horrible
you can
this
see it.
is.
Yeah.
This is a week and a half later.
Oh my
Like
gosh,
and it's still
girl.
on parts of my back and it's peeling. That's why my
Ugh.
face is red. I need
That's why
to
you need a
cool
fan. You
myself
need a
off,
fan.
but that's why my face is also a bit flushed. Um, but I was thinking of being a jester and I could hand out we got these, I don't know where my trinket bag is. We
Mhm.
got these little scrolls that we paid $1 for at one
the
of the
the
vendors.
dragon
And
secret.
it was full of dragon secrets.
It was so good.
And it was just a tiny little scroll tied up
Yeah.
with a little colorful ribbon. And
Hmm.
I was like, what if I'm a jester and I hand out like dad jokes written on the scrolls? So
Yeah.
you open it and it's just like, what do you call a fake pasta? Ye old imposter.
Ye
Like,
olde pasta.
it's
That's
just
good.
like I thought that would be cute. And
Hmm.
then I could also be a what's it called? Because somebody came up in full get up, like full on, like almost tactical gear, and was a plague doctor.
Yeah, that
And
was
he
really
had, and
cool.
someone was who was with him was also dressed up as like a plague doctor, but they had like it was like a lighter fit, not as tactical, and they had like a nice flowing cape. And I was like, oh my God, what
That'd be
if I'm
really
like
cool.
a sexy plague doctor?
Sexy plague
A
doctor,
sexy plague
yeah.
doctor, and I hand out bones.
Oh, that would be so cool. That would be awesome. Yeah, that'd be incredible. I'm
So
thinking, yeah. I
those are
so
my
far
options.
the only thing that I've been able to think about since I left is mermaid pirate. That's all I want to
Mermaid
do is just
pirate.
mermaid pirate. And I found these like the little makeup prosthetic things that are like gills, and I was like, ooh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna put
Oh,
some of those on.
yes.
Yeah,
Well, I
be
saw
so cool.
somebody. So Maggie gave me these. Maggie had like six
Woohoo!
pairs of these, y'all.
Yeah.
Her elf ears. And I put them on and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cute. I am obsessed.
I want to wear them like every day.
I want to wear these every day.
They look so cute on you. They look
I
so cute on you.
wait, I look so
It's so cute.
I wish this was my real ear.
I know. I get so mad when I have to take them off. I told you where I got those, right?
No.
One Christmas, my family got them for everyone on my dad's side of the family, and we took all of our Christmas pictures in elf ears.
Oh, that is so funny.
Yeah, we were all elves for Christmas, so every single picture we had, we were
Wait, that is so
all of us
clever.
in elf ears. Yeah. And like afterwards, people were like, "Oh, I don't want these anymore. You can have them." And I was like, "Oh, I will use
You
them.
just have
I will
everyone's
use them."
elf ears.
Yeah,
That is so
but
funny.
yeah,
Yeah.
we
So
can really
Maggie
keep
has a
it.
bunch of pairs and she
Yeah.
gave me one to keep. And I saw somebody else there who was using like the elf ear prosthetic. So
Mhm.
it looked like his real ear.
Oh, that's so cool.
I was like, I want to full on dress, like go
Yeah.
all out.
You can also get surgery to make your ears pointy. So if you really want to
I've
commit,
I so I've seen that
yeah,
where like they take like the cartilage that's at the top
yeah, and they basically
and
just
they'll
like,
like shape your ear like
hmm
to the cartilage so it looks like it has a point.
yeah.
And I'm like, that would be cute, but like
What if I
like
change my mind?
what if I want a tall ear?
Get some like a
How do I
skin
get
graft.
this?
Just take some skin from your leg and put it on your ear.
I'm like, what if I
Worth it.
just
Yeah.
worth it?
And I'm sure they have some like more expensive ones that you can get on Etsy that you like, glue to your ear
Yeah, I
so they
will
look
if
more
I end up
realistic.
wearing ears next year
Hmm
or if I do whatever, I'm gonna definitely have to glue it because there was like they actually stayed on pretty good,
They did.
except they fell off like I think twice, and that's
Hmm
about it. I'm actually surprised because I was more scared that I was gonna lose them without knowing,
Yeah.
and they stayed attached to my ear pretty
hmm
good, so I'm a little impressed. But and more than
hmm
anything, I think I was just hot.
Oh my gosh, I was so hot. So hot. And it had
That's why I
rained.
bought this. I literally I even though
Yeah.
it rained, I was like, this is not
Yeah.
enough.
But it had rained the 2 days before we went too, so we were caked in mud.
Yeah,
We were
but we were
sunburnt,
like,
caked
I'm
in
glad we
mud.
didn't get caught in the rain.
I'm very fortunate for that because they shut everything down when it rains, and
Yeah,
that
they
would have
closed
sucked.
everything down.
Because we got to see almost every show except for like the kid ones, I think,
Pretty much.
and the joust, which our night won, by the way.
Our
So
night did win, not to flex or anything,
yeah,
but
I hate to say it, jousting is the only sport that I love. It is the only sport that I
why do you
love
hate to say that?
because it is not a
Worth
sport that
it.
really happens anymore.
It's
But
not a real sport.
if they brought back jousting, I would go as hard as like NFL fans go. Like I would paint up, I would have the jerseys,
No,
I would get a tattoo of my favorite
I
jouster.
I was like, I kind of wish it was real.
I was screaming for that night.
I'm
I
like,
was like,
hear me
night, let's
out.
go,
Wait. Maggie was going so
I
hard
was. I lost my
that our
mind.
knight came over and was like, will you guys do something for me? And Maggie was like, yes, anything. And he
Anything for
was
you on
like,
my night.
yeah, and he was like, oh, okay.
I just
He was
love him.
so taken aback.
I'm a loyal
Um,
follower.
and then the guys, the few people behind us, because we had to sit on the grass. So this is how I got this.
It was definitely the joust
Bro,
that
it
set us
keeps
all
getting
off.
worse.
Oh my
The
gosh.
farther I go up.
Come on. It's so
Um,
scary.
that's why I'm wearing this robe. This is the second time you'll see me in this robe because this silk
Mhm.
satin feeling, whatever this
I bet
fake
it's the
silk
only
is,
thing that doesn't hurt it. Yeah.
the only thing that feels comfortable
So
and
sad.
breathable. I've been wearing like I get home from
Yeah.
work and I'm like naked, immediately put the robe on
Oh, please.
because I'm like this is
Mhm.
just so everything else is so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Um So I've been wearing nothing but this, and it just now started peeling, but it literally I have like a soreness in my
Oh
collarbone right here.
gosh.
But there were no seats for the joust, so we all like lined up on the grass in the
Yeah.
front row,
Mm-hmm.
the sun beating down on us for a half an
Oh
hour with
gosh, it was
no
so
shade.
hot. No shade and no water
Yes.
either.
And no water. It
Yeah.
was horrible.
Hmm.
But you know what we did have?
What are we? Smash! Smash!
We had
Oh my
smashes.
gosh. Oh my gosh. I wrote that down. I made a list of my favorite parts so that we could talk about them. Smash is
Yeah,
up there.
that's gonna be my quest for y'all.
Yeah.
Your
So
Ari
Smash.
quest
Oh,
will
I'm
tell
gonna go to
you.
the store. Yeah. So Smash is this drink that they
So
had. They had like bottled sodas, but then there's a special place for lemonade, and you could get lemonade or you could get Smash. And what
ye
Smash
old
is,
smash.
it was called Yield Smash. And what Smash is a cup of water, which they take lemons and limes and oranges, and they smash them up. They smash the
with
crap
a
out of
with
them,
a thingy.
a big thing, and they smash them to death. And then they just pour cold, cold water on top of it, and then they shake it up, and they give it to you.
Yeah. I think there was like a little spoon of sugar
I think so because it was
or
very
something
sweet.
because it was on the bottom. But
Yeah.
they put a little bit of sugar in there and then they
Hmm.
just like shook it up like a cocktail and
Yeah.
then poured it into our
Oh
cups.
my gosh. And it was the
And
most
oh
delicious,
my God.
most
I would have
refreshing
never
drink.
I yeah, I don't know how to explain how
Yeah.
delicious it was.
We were tired. We were delusional. We were on the verge of heat stroke. We got in line for a smash, took that first sip, our lives were changed. I was
Oh,
doing laps around the Ren Fair. I
I
was
know,
so
rejuvenated.
energized.
I grabbed
Yeah.
a bottle of water for lunch, like when we
Hmm.
ate like kind of food, which I ate a shepherd's pie, and I was like, shepherd's pie is so good, and I feel like this will be nice, not too heavy on my stomach, because
Yeah.
everything else was like grainy and gluten.
Turkey legs.
Um, so I was like, let me get a shepherd's pie. It was a little salty.
Mm,
And I
you
wish I
were
had more
thirsty
mashed
after.
potatoes. And
Yeah.
I drank some water because I was like, let me hydrate myself. But all
Hmm.
they had was Dasani.
Ah,
And if any of y'all know anything about Dasani, don't drink it.
it's bad news.
Don't drink Dasani. I was not hydrated. I felt like worse,
Oh, that's
arguably.
terrible.
And then I ended up buying a smash immediately afterwards.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I'm healed.
I'm healed.
The world has
I am
color again.
hydrated. Who needs liquid IV when I have a smash?
Right. It was so
Like,
great.
it was so
Oh, it was
good.
perfect. The perfect drink. So we
We
got
had
like
like
three of them.
four.
Yeah, we had so many that day.
We had so many. Me and
Yeah.
Maggie, we literally right before we saw our last show, we were like, smash?
Smoosh? Smoosh?
Smash. We were
Just for the
walking around the
road.
park like, all right, smash, and then we do this thing, and everyone's
Yeah.
like,
And
smash?
then we would chant, smash, smash,
Smash,
smash,
smash.
smash,
Like in the
smash.
park. We're just running
Just
around
running around
chanting
chanting, smash,
smash.
smash, smash.
No
The smash people
context.
didn't even get it. We understood them.
I know the smash people had no
They
idea.
were like,
And
why do
I
you
was
love
like,
it so much? I'm like, it is the perfect drink.
do you not understand how delicious it is?
Yeah.
You're making it.
You people are
And well,
wizards.
no, the girl that was making it was like, I don't think I've ever had one of these.
I know, it was
She was
crazy.
like, I've worked here for 7 years or
She's
something,
never
and she's
had
never had a smash.
one? Girl, that is
What
so
are you
sad.
drinking?
She's
Water?
missing out. I can never go another day without it.
I've been dreaming about it.
Yeah,
Nom
it
nom
was
nom
so
nom.
good. I dream of the smash.
Delicious. Dream
Ye
about the
old
smash.
smash.
It was
But it was
so
the
good.
best.
Yeah, we
It's the
got
thing
that.
that kept us alive.
I was like $4 for water, or $4 for
$4 for
smash.
smash. Yeah, and it's basically water with extra things in it.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and arguably more hydrated because of the fruit.
Yeah, it tastes better. It feels
I
better.
mean, maybe not the sugar, but
It kept
it
us
felt better.
energized for the week.
It
Yeah.
kept me going throughout the
Hmm.
day because like I was definitely because we were only there for one day. I obviously was gonna stay there the whole day.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Go to every show, take every opportunity.
Visit every single vendor, chat with them, shake their hands, leave.
Exactly. Exactly. Also,
Mhm.
this was my trinket. I was like a so I look at our socials for pictures of us. But I was like a little fairy thing. I used all of Maggie's clothes, literally.
Had to
And then
pull out the old costume bucket.
I was handing out little tarot
Love it.
cards to people.
Mhm.
I had this like extra deck lying around and it was a druid deck. So I was like, let me hand these out to people. And I
Nice.
also had like some stones and like little bottles
Yeah.
that we were handing out to people as well.
Hmm.
But I know I want to get like a bunch of trinkety stuff.
I know. Yeah, this year I only traded things
Trinket,
that I had
trinket, trinket.
collected at other Ren fairs which was nice. But then I was like, oh, I kind of don't want to part with some of these things. I love them.
Yeah, like I want to keep some of
Yeah,
them.
yeah. So next year I'll definitely like buy some to hand out.
Invest.
Especially if I'm going as a mermaid pirate, I can just get a bunch of cool shells.
You could literally buy like a bag of just shells
Yeah.
and like cool little shells or big shells and then just
Hmm.
hand out all the shells. That would
Yeah.
be
Oh,
so
I can't
cool.
wait. Yeah.
I know we're already planning for next year.
I know, man. It's so addicting. That's like all I've
And
been talking about too. All I've been thinking about is like, ooh, how am I gonna be
ooh,
a
Ren Faire.
mermaid next year? How can
Yeah.
I make a little crown of shells? Yeah.
And I've never like dressed up for anything or like gone full out for anything besides like
Mhm.
dance recitals when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So like dressing up as an adult, I was like, wait, this is so
It's
fun
so
because
much fun.
Halloween is my favorite thing.
Hmm.
And I love getting into costume, but I've never even on Halloween, like I've never gone like full out like makeup, prosthetics, like accessory, like full out. So
Hmm.
I would love to do that like next year is just go 100%
Yeah.
ham,
Full send
full
it.
out,
Uh-huh.
full send,
Yeah.
go big or go
Go
home.
big or go home. No, that's like my favorite part of rent fairs. It's like all the things that you want to do, but you can't because you're an adult. Or they're kind of just like
Yes.
you can do it there. Like you can dress up, you can use a silly voice all day if you want. You can like
Yes.
talk to strangers and like just goof around
And
with
it's
them,
just
and they're
so
like your best friend for
accepting.
the day.
It's
Yeah,
so
everyone
welcoming.
is so accepting.
Everyone is so
Hmm.
nice.
Yeah.
And next year I want to buy a corset. I'm gonna save up and buy
I'm
a
gonna get a.
corset
Yeah, I was thinking about that too,
because
getting
I
a
want a real
professional
one
one.
so bad.
Yeah, our friend
Like
got
a
fitted for like a real corset, and it took like 15 minutes, but it was
and
like
she looked
the perfect
gorgeous. Like
fit.
she looked
Yeah, and
amazing.
I was like, oh, I think
The
I want that.
perfect fit.
Yeah, so
And
next year I might go
I
without
was
a
like, if I
corset
had
and then just
money, I
go
would have bought
straight
it
there.
for her
I
because
know,
like
it looks so good.
it looks so good on her.
Yeah,
And I was like, I would love to get a real corset like
yeah.
that.
Next year we should
Cause
save up
come on.
and you go full outfits without our corsets
Go
and then
full
just
out
go
and
straight
then
there
put
first
the
thing.
straight
Yeah,
there cord. And I was
like fit
thinking
me
because I
please,
was
ma'am.
like, fit me, please, ma'am.
Straight to the Modiste.
Please. I was like, I was thinking, I was like, what if, because it's like pretty cheap, like the tickets to go.
Yeah.
Because I mean, which makes sense because you're kind of spending most of the money in there because
Hmm.
I mean there are shows, but the majority of it is like vendors.
Our ticket
Um,
was $5 more than my turkey leg, if that puts it into perspective.
yeah, literally, which
Yeah,
is crazy. I'm
not
like,
worth it.
is that bad on the ticket or bad on
Or
the
then the
turkey
turkey
leg?
leg. It was bad on the turkey leg.
Bad
Redacted.
on the turkey leg.
Redacted got food poisoning.
Redacted got food poisoning.
Redacted missed work for 2 days because of
Redacted really got food.
turkey leg.
Wait, we were joking about redacted getting food.
I know. He actually did. I felt so bad. I
No,
was like, I think I killed you with your first
I'm
Ren Fair.
sorry, redacted.
I was like, I promise they're not all like that. Just don't get the
Yeah,
turkey leg again.
I was like, what if we get like a Airbnb
Hmm.
and do the whole weekend?
Yeah. Oh, that'd be so
And
great.
that way we can like not only dress up the whole weekend, but like
Mhm.
we could also hang out at night and
Yeah.
like, not have to because um what's it called? Like I said, it's mostly like shops or
Hmm.
vendors. But at night we'd be able to like, I don't know, like go out and do other stuff and explore
Hmm.
that area and it would just be nice and then we could like take our time shopping and like
Right?
partying and visiting
Yeah.
the shows and
Hmm.
yeah, I think that'd be
It'd be so
really
much
cool.
fun. Yeah, I don't
And
have
we'd
to just
actually
cram
be
everything
able
in one
to
day.
record a full episode there because we could just chill out.
Ah, if only. Yeah.
If only recording episodes in our costumes.
Can you imagine? Yeah.
The dream.
What could have been? But we'll
What
have
could
plenty of
have
pictures.
been.
Yeah.
But at least we had a good experience
Oh
because
my
it
gosh.
was my
Yeah.
first year, Maggie's
Hmm.
fourth, fifth year.
Yeah. One of those. I can't remember.
One of them.
Ah, but it was so much fun.
But next year, that's what we'll do. We'll dress
Yeah.
up for y'all and record a full bunch of episodes in our costumes,
Hmm.
talking about nightly things.
Yes. Get some guests. Interview some people.
Maggie and I have, yeah, interview people would be
That'd be
so
cool.
cool.
Hmm.
Maggie and I have a lot of plans for this podcast, y'all.
We do. It's only going up from here.
It's only going up from
Hmm.
here.
Can't wait.
I can't wait. But yeah, do you have any more questions?
I was gonna ask for people who have never been to a Ren Fair before, but
Mm.
are very interested in it after listening to this podcast because we sold it pretty hard. It was the best thing
Yeah.
you could ever do.
I
Do you
hope
have
so.
any advice for them after your first year?
Ooh. So since I feel like I was really nervous, but like
Hmm.
there's nothing to be nervous about. It's just like I said, a bunch of vendors. But I definitely highly very much recommend dressing up even a little bit. Because if you are nervous about like the experience or being around a bunch of people, I think if you're wearing normal clothes, you'll stand out more and you'll probably feel a lot more uncomfortable. Like
Hmm.
some people were there in just like kind of frilly skirts and like flowy blouses.
Yeah.
And even if you wore something, as simple as that and as comfortable as that, like that's still dressing up a bit more than just like jeans and a t-shirt or like leggings and a t-shirt. And I think you'll feel a lot more comfortable and you'll realize how welcoming and open everyone is
Hmm.
once you walk in and you see everyone dressed up and ready to go. Also,
Yeah.
be prepared for trinkets and
Hmm.
and if you're not a social person, I would say maybe not go. But as your magical guide, I can only say push the boundaries of your comfort zone.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
It's definitely a space for everyone. I feel like if you're not super social,
yes.
you would be able to go and just like see the shows, get some food,
Yeah,
visit
it's
the
not like
vendors that
people
you
are
want to.
bombarding you.
Yeah, there was lots of places just like sit and hang out too. You could just like listen to
Yes.
music. There were a
You
lot
can
of
just
musicians
chill.
there. Hmm.
Exactly.
But it's definitely an opportunity to kind of, in my mind, it's like you're just there for those 8 hours that you're there as a character.
As a
You're just like a completely
character.
different person. So
Yeah.
in I wasn't Maggie, I was Knight Maggie the whole day,
The
and
whole
I was
day.
like bowing to the queen,
It's
saluting
like
my
another
fellow
day of
knights.
like Halloween. You get to pretend to be somebody else for a
Yeah.
while,
And the
and
thing is that
everyone believes
everyone is
you.
in on it. Yeah,
Everyone's
everyone's
in
in
on
on
it.
it, and they're all doing the exact same thing.
I was
And
gonna
it's
say, imagine you're celebrating Halloween and your family is like having a themed costume, but everyone
yeah.
at this Ren Fair is your family, and you all have the same theme.
Yeah, and they're all committing so hard to the
They're
bit.
all yes,
Yeah.
everyone's committing to the bit.
It makes it so much easier to just like buy into it and be fully immersed because everyone's in on it with you and they're all doing the same thing and they're all just having a good time and being themselves
Yes.
and being bold. So definitely be willing to, talk to new people, get to know people, connect with the vendors especially because they're all like local artists,
Oh my gosh,
local creators,
incredible creators.
beautiful things. Oh my
Incredible,
gosh.
beautiful things.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. The amount of
Oh,
swords that I
also,
held this weekend.
I definitely recommend bringing money.
Yes, 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 yes. Because we want to support the
Because I
businesses.
I didn't have a lot of money, but there were so many things. I was like, but I have to buy food. I have to,
And to
I
buy
only
gas.
bought
Yeah.
yeah, I had to buy gas.
Hmm.
I only bought like two little things, but I definitely recommend that if you're one to enjoy art or giving to small businesses and things like that,
Hmm.
I definitely recommend like making sure you save up for the Ren Fair beforehand,
Yeah.
whether you dress up or not, or get into it or not, because there are shows and activities to do, but once you're done with those, it's like, okay, now let's walk around and shop, and that's all you can really do
Yeah.
unless you're just like sitting around hanging out, which is fine. But there's so many vendors, so many shops, and
So
a
many.
lot of them are pretty pricey because they are handmade items. They
Right.
are
Yeah.
small businesses. They
Uh-huh.
are like these things were created from the heavens and put down in this
I
Ren
know.
Fair.
I know. It's so beautiful.
Like I
I
was
wish I
like,
could
oh
buy
my
something
gosh.
from everyone.
I no, seriously.
Yeah.
So I definitely recommend having a nice little stash of
Hmm.
savings with you when you go as
Yeah.
well.
It's definitely an event you prepare for. Like if you were
Yeah.
going on a vacation,
Yeah.
you'd save up some money for this.
Absolutely.
But it is absolutely worth it. I'll show you guys my beautiful sword.
Yes.
I finally found a sword that I could actually afford. And they are so beautiful. It was
I'm obsessed. I still have
yeah.
my peace tape on.
Nice. Oh, I've been playing with mine. I've been going crazy.
He piece taped mine wrong so I can take it out.
Weird. Yeah, that's not right.
That's not correct.
That is not right.
But
But yeah,
yeah, this is
I held a
mine.
sword that was I held a sword. It was so beautiful. It was like the
Maggie
size of
held
my
every
body.
sword. Don't let her fool you.
If there
She
is a sword,
every
I will pick
single
it up.
sword. She picked it up and touched every sword
I was
there.
like, can I hold that sword, please, sir? And I picked it up,
May
and it
I
was
hold your
so beautiful. It
sword,
was like
sir?
as long as I am tall. Had like an emerald green hilt. I was like, this is
It
my
was
sword.
beautiful.
If I had an Excalibur, this would be Excalibur. I looked at the price tag, $1,300. I
Oh,
was,
that one.
yeah, I was like, ooh, not for me. And so we walked into this store that had these little ones, and I saw the price tag, and it was like 20, and I was like, that's not right. So I like
That can't be right.
flipped it over again, flipped it over, flipped it over again, and I was like, dust my eyes deceive me. I
Dust
even
my eyes deceive.
I took it to the vendor, and I was like, does this say 20? And he was like, yeah, it's 20. And I was like, I will take it. So I got my first sword at a Ren Fair. It
Yes.
was so exciting. Oh, my advice for the people.
Your
Just
advice?
just because a vendor is hot does not mean you need to buy something from them.
Oh my god.
Unless you really
What did you buy,
well,
Maggie?
I was already considering it, but then I saw how beautiful he was, and I was like, well, I definitely have to buy it. But I bought an ocarina, which is like a tiny little flute, and it is so beautiful, and I'm learning how to play it still. But the guy was literally so gorgeous, and I heard his little ocarina song, like a
He
siren song,
was
calling
like
me to jump into the waves. And I was like, anything for you, sir.
anything but you. We walked by that stand like 3, 4 times.
And he was gorgeous, and every time he's like,
It was
"Do you
gorgeous
like
every
to?"
time,
He's
and
like,
Maggie
see
ended
what
up
you
buying that
like."
ocarina.
I was like, "Oh, I see what I like."
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I do, and I bought it. But it matches the outfit that I'm planning for next year, so it's perfect. It is
It's
worth it.
perfect.
Yeah,
That's-
yeah. But that is my advice. As well as be yourself, be bold. Don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. Dress up, even if it's like a flowy skirt, like
dress
you said,
up, dress
flowy
up.
skirt and a corset top from Target. Or
Yes.
our friend just wore like a vest and like a scarf, and I made him a
Yeah.
fancy bag.
Yeah.
Our
And
other
that
friend
was
wore like a red shirt with white dots, and he was a mushroom.
yeah, like a mushroom.
Yeah, just like be creative with it. Anything you want. Pinterest is a great example. Great
Absolutely.
place to find examples of what you want.
Yeah, we have so many photos, so many pictures.
Yeah.
It was so fun. And then at the end, so we went to a bunch of shows. We saw a lot of comedy. I
Mhm.
loved there was what was it?
Chased
Chase
treasures.
Chase treasures, Jesus.
Yeah.
They were so hilarious and I
So
loved
good.
their singing.
Yeah. They were so talented
Um
and so funny.
and they do that full time, which is so
I
the dream.
know. Yeah. Like, how
Um
do I become a chaste lady?
how do I become a chase lady? um I absolutely love them.
Mhm.
And then at the end, all of the characters and everyone that was part of the Ren Fair and whoever was left over walking around the Ren Fair, we all like gathered in one little spot and everyone did like a final performance type of thing, like a farewell song. And
That's so
then we
sweet.
sang like an actual farewell song for like the people in the
Like an old
Renaissance
Irish
Fair.
drinking
Like
song. Yeah.
yes,
That
and it
was
was all
so
about just
beautiful.
like how we were all one big family basically, and that they'll see us next year. And I was like crying my
I did
eyes
get
out.
teary eyed. Yeah. It was
I
so beautiful.
I was like, wait, I love
I
this.
never want to leave.
Yes. So like one of my favorite things about like conventions or like I first experienced this when I went to my first concert, but
Mhm.
like the idea of so many people being in the same place at once and just like being together for the same reason
Yeah.
is like so comforting and it feels so magical. Like when you're at a concert and the bass is thrumming, you know
Yeah.
everyone's heart is beating at the same time right now.
Yeah. I
We
love
are
that.
all in sync,
Hmm.
aligned in this moment in time. And that's kind of what it felt like when they were like serenading us with the goodbye
It was
song.
so
I was
magical. Just
like,
everyone
we're
feeling that
all
sense of
here
like nostalgia and joy
exactly.
at the same
And
time.
community and like
Yeah.
it's like all of our hearts are beating at the same time. We all
So
happen to be at this
magical.
Ren Fair at the same place and time and space and just like it
You could
was
feel it in the
so
air.
comforting. You can
Yeah.
feel it. And I was like,
Yeah.
I don't even know any of these people, but I love them.
They were my
I
best
love
friends
them
for this
so
moment.
much.
Yeah.
They're my best friends.
Mhm.
And I know that whether they remember me or not next year, which they won't, I
Mhm.
know that I could still find that comfort and love and family and joy within them
The same people. Yeah.
and the same people because that's how the community is. And this
Yeah.
is my first Ren Fair.
And
So
you
if I
felt it
can
already,
feel
yeah.
that, if I can feel that in my first Ren Fair, like I can only imagine how it's going to feel when I'm at Maggie's Ren Fair, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, just going
But
time and time again and just being re-immersed. Like it'll keep you wanting to go back again and again. That's why I've gone to so many. Just because
yeah.
it's unlike anything that you could ever imagine. Like it has the feeling of going to like a theme park, but in your own community
Yes.
and
Like catered to
everyone,
you.
yeah, catered to you. It's like a 2 hour drive or less, depending on where you live.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just everyone doing something that they love and being unafraid to be silly and goofy for 8 hours of the day
Yeah.
and getting to meet so many artists and musicians and people that care about the same things you do.
Yeah.
It's just, it's unlike anything else. It's my favorite place in
It's
the whole
so
world.
freaking
Yeah.
magical. And I think like this also goes back to like the Ren Fair is a perfect example of things that we've talked about in past episodes with escapism and
Mhm.
kind of finding your third places or finding the communities where
Yeah.
you feel comfortable and you fit in. And the Ren Fair is a perfect example of that. It combines that feeling of escapism for you to be magical, for you to dress up and be somebody else, but also connect with people who are in the same, situations and who are there for the same reasons as you, or even like on a basic level of us as creatives going to the Ren Fair to see other creatives. All of
Yeah.
these people are actors, singers, painters, creators, literally like sewing these corsets together and
Yeah.
and binding leather books
Hmm.
and just creating things. So at the base of it, it's just like those are people,
Yeah.
and it's so comforting.
It is. I love the idea of like a night that we ran into in like full like chest plate, armor, helmet,
Yes,
everything like that. Just like going home the next day and going to work in this cubicle in
his
like some
cubicle nine to
random like
five.
accounting department. But like for that day, I was convinced he was a knight. I had no other reason to
It's
believe that he
beyond
wasn't.
me. He is a
Yeah,
knight.
yeah, that man is a knight, and whatever he is after the Ren Fair is not important because today we are both knights, and that is who we are.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like when we first walked in, we literally the first thing we did front and center was the queen and her royal court.
yeah.
And or it was like, oh, I love how they're into character. I was like, that's not character, that's who they are.
Excuse me, that is the queen.
What? That is the queen.
Show some respect.
Bow down.
Yeah, bow down, peasant.
But we did actually bow to the queen. She was
We
really
did.
nice. We took a selfie.
Yeah, I loved her.
But like that's part of it, like
Mhm.
staying almost in that delusion, in that illusion that is the Ren Fair,
Yeah,
because that is what it is.
it's so beautiful, so magical. And
So
it's things like
magical.
that that we kind of me and you kind of build our lives on. Just finding that magic
Truly finding
in
the magic.
everyday life and being able to just run away from reality for a second
Exactly.
or an
That's what
entire
this
day.
podcast
That is
is.
what we are here for. That's what we do. That's
That's
our
why we're
thing.
here.
Yeah. That's our thing.
Literally.
Yeah. It's just so incredible.
So truly. Wow,
Hmm.
we really just be finding the magic everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah. That's kind of our job. I feel like
I
that's our purpose in life, but whatever.
Wait, I don't know if we've talked about this before, but a perfect example of me and Maggie finding the magic everywhere is it was freshman year in college, October. Halloween is my favorite holiday.
Yeah.
It was the weekend before all the parties and everything were happening. And on campus, it was supposed to be like a dress up trick-or-treating situation.
I don't know where this is going, but this is my favorite.
Maggie Maggie and I, the only people on campus in costumes
Yeah.
for the whole day. We dressed up as wizards from
Like
Harry
Harry Potter
Potter.
wizards, full
Full
robes.
dress robes,
We both had robes.
full robes, wands, like at the
I
ready.
had glasses.
She had glasses, like Harry Potter glasses.
Yeah.
And we walked around campus like that we went to
All
class
day.
like
Yeah.
the whole day. And there was like a trick-or-treating, like trunk or treat event that was going on campus, because like there was a whole thing where you could like look at the events and stuff,
Yeah.
and assuming it's on the campus board of events,
Yeah. All it said was
you
trunk or
would
treat.
think just said trick or treat. We were like, oh, that'd be so cool, let's go. We get to be, like little kids in costumes and run around and get candy. We show up, it's literally little kids in costumes.
It's for children.
It's for children.
Why would they not advertise that?
It's for people off campus to bring their kids to trick or treat.
Why would they not tell us that?
But me and Maggie walked over full costume and we were like, let's get out of here.
This is awkward.
But yeah, we spent the whole day in costume. But that is what our relationship is. That is what we are at our cores. And the Ren Fair is just another example of us like seeking out that magic and being a part of it, because that is what life is made of and what life can be made of. You just have to go for it, basically.
Yeah. I mean, nowadays in a society that wants you to just work and go home and go to work and just do the bare minimum that you can to survive and make some CEO money, I feel like the most radical thing you can do is live for yourself and
Is literally do the opposite.
Is find those moments where you're doing exactly what you want to do and you don't care what anybody else thinks.
Yeah. And, you know, I mean, other examples of that too would be like shopping small businesses, shopping these local artists and vendors that are not a part of some huge giant chain, but they make these things in their garages or in their arts and crafts rooms, and they come to these fairs to sell their livelihood because they're passionate about it, you know?
Yeah. And being able to just support them in a little way, it makes so much of a difference to them and to you.
Exactly. There's this girl on TikTok who I'm trying to remember her name, but she makes handmade journals, but she makes all of the paper herself.
Wow.
And binds them into like the nice like kind of like grimoire magical looking books. And she sells them at like conventions or farmers markets and stuff like that. And she was saying that like that's where she gets like most of her money and her livelihood. It just takes a lot of time sometimes. So she went to a 2-day farmers market somewhere that was like I think 2 hours away from where she lived. And so she bought an Airbnb and then she had to rent the space for the tent. And she's like, so my goal is to make this amount of money to cover my expenses that have been paid. So I start making profit.
Yeah.
And on the first day, she made like $1,400, I think. The second day, she made $2,300.
Ah!
Isn't that crazy?
And that's incredible.
And then I think her expenses only came out to be like maybe 1,000. So she made like almost 3,000 profit.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is insane. And that's like her livelihood though. But she like hunts down these farmers markets and travels 2 hours to do 2-day trips to stand outside for 7 hours at a time to sell all these things and essentially market the stuff that this is the skill she has. This is what she knows how to do. It's not a 9-to-5 cubicle where she's working for somebody else, but this is what she does.
Yeah.
And she it works. And she puts herself out there. She finds a community of people who will buy from her, and that's what she does. You know,
so amazing.
And it's so amazing.
Yeah. So inspiring just to see all these people chasing their dreams and doing exactly what they want to do and being their own bosses.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Speaking of chasing dreams.
Speaking of chasing dreams, somebody's been chasing a dream.
Somebody's been chasing a dream.
Who is it?
Since we're coming to the close of this episode, I would like to advertise that I chased a little dream, and I got my dream right before my weekend with Maggie.
Ah, it's so great!
And I published a book.
Yes. Oh, it's so beautiful.
This is my author's copy, which is why it has this black strip here.
Nice.
This copy is not for resale. Because I get an author price, in case you're wondering.
Oh.
But yeah, so that's my name. That's my title. I made this cover. And it is my first poetry collection that I have released to the public. This is my annotated copy, actually.
Oh, I love it.
I wrote this.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
It is called All the Way Down, and the title is inspired from Alice in Wonderland, but she's falling from the stars instead of falling into a hole. And it's available on Amazon for $10.
Buy it.
Buy it. If you love poetry, if you love me or the podcast, recommend buying it.
It's a
It
great
is a
read.
collection full of powerful, moving emotions that explore the deep crevices of humanity between being in love and being lost in adulthood.
Buy it. It's so good.
But yes, so it is possible. And I've had in this first week, I've had quite a bunch of purchases. I have someone reviewed it on
Ah, so
Amazon,
exciting.
and it's just it feels so good to get my writing out there finally because
Yeah.
I am working on so many other things.
Hmm.
So chasing your dreams is possible. And I cannot explain to you how good it feels to not only have a physical copy of my
Right?
time, effort, and work, like
Hmm.
the feeling it gives me, I cannot explain it to you.
Hmm.
And when I saw my first purchase, which was Maggie,
Me!
Maggie got
Me,
her
me, me,
copy,
me.
but seeing that first purchase, I was like, oh my
It's
God.
real, yeah.
Like, this is real. Like, someone else
Yeah.
has my book I put out to the
Uh-huh.
world, and someone else has it.
That's so incredible.
And I can only imagine that, like, that's what, these small businesses and these vendors feel like sometimes when they put their stuff out there and they're like, no one's going to buy it. Like,
Hmm.
I worked this hard and I'm not going to sell enough to make profit or things like that. And then they do Ren Fairs and stuff like this, and it's nothing but love for all of their work.
Yeah.
And you just got to reach for your dreams,
You
man, and you
do.
got
Just
to
reach for your
catch them.
dreams. Oh, that's so exciting.
But
So
yeah,
happy.
I just wanted to do a little promo.
Yes, I love
But
it.
yeah, that was the Ren Fair,
Mhm.
and I'm grateful Maggie told me about it, and we planned this whole
Always.
trip around the Ren Fair, literally.
Yeah.
And that's how
Yes,
we
we
spent
did.
the whole weekend with Maggie.
Yes.
But yeah, anything else, Maggie?
Well, we need a side quest, of course.
Of course, we need a side
Of
quest.
course.
But
Knights.
of course.
Your valiant side quest. I'm knighting you. Wait, you do it, and then I'll pretend to be knighted. Okay.
Uh,
Which side first? Which side first?
I told this side.
This. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
It kind of worked.
I can't tell the orientation
I
of.
know. I can tell either. I think it worked. If not, I'll just flip one of us.
Yeah.
Should we do the just the Smash side quest? It's an easy Thursday
Yes,
quest.
I was literally just about to say that. I was gonna say your side quest for today is but a short one, and that is to go grab the ingredients of Ye Old Smash and make it in your humble homes.
I, for one, will be doing this ASAP. I cannot
ASAP.
wait. Yeah,
ASAP.
I can't wait. So,
I literally have a grocery store
refresher.
across the street.
Yeah, I'm
So
gonna
I'm
be there
going.
tomorrow. Yeah. Your ingredients are limes, lemons, oranges, water, sugar if you want some added sugar.
Yeah, I would start off with just water
Mhm.
after you muddle the fruit, and
Smash.
then just like add a little bit of sugar and then shake it up, taste it, and then add more if you'd like, and shake it
Yeah.
up and taste it. Because when you go to like a carnival or any other fair, they literally just like dump the sugar,
Yeah.
do the lemons and water just like the Smash, and then just shake that up, and that's your lemonade. Because even though the sugar won't fully dissolve, they'll start to dissolve, which is why the water ends up tasting sweeter, and you'll usually end up with like a ring of sugar on the bottom.
Yeah. Oh,
because
that
it's
fair
not fully
lemonade.
dissolved. But if it was fully dissolved, it would be disgusting. It would be
Yeah.
too sweet.
Mhm.
So definitely recommend doing a little bit of sugar, shaking it up, and then trying it,
Yeah.
and then adjusting however sweet you would prefer it.
Yes. But if you do try it, let us know how it is because
Please.
it will change your life.
Please.
It is the best drink I've
It
ever
is the
had in
best
my
drink
life.
ever.
I dream of Ye Old Smash.
I dream it. Give me my Ye Old Smash.
Give me Smash!
Smash.
Oh, it's so good.
Who thought of it?
I know.
Tell
It's
me
so
now.
simple. I wonder if they made it in medieval times.
I wonder if it was Ye Old Smash.
Yeah. Ye Old Smash.
Ye Old Smash.
Ye Old Smash. I'm gonna write a
It's
song
the
about Ye Old
end of
Smash.
the questing hour.
It
Oh
is
my
the end
gosh,
of the
we
questing
have
hour.
to write a Canterbury Tale about Ye Old Smash.
Yes, we do. Our
and put
pilgrimage
it
to
in
tiny
our
old Smash.
put it in our redacted
Canterbury Tales.
Maggie and I are working on something for y'all.
Yes, we are Canterbury tailing it up.
We're Canterbury tailing it up.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chaucer.
We love Chaucer. Unless he's problematic, we didn't do that much research.
Take it back. Do not clip us saying that.
Maggie and Ari canceled. Love Chaucer? Question mark.
we should. We should make a YouTube channel where it's like us with a voice modifier talking shit about us.
Maggie and Ari are the perfect questing hour podcast duo. Or are they? And it like flips us upside down or something.
No, that's what we gotta do. That's how we get popular.
That's how we do it. We gotta create some drama within our community.
We gotta create drama with ourselves.
Any listeners out there want to cancel us, you are welcome. We want to add fuel to the fire.
Please do.
Yeah, we need some drama. Everyone's too happy.
Maggie bought an ocarina.
Yeah, Maggie objectifies ocarina salesman.
Oh my God. Check out our socials at Questing Hour Podcast, Questing HR Podcast. Everything except Twitter, which is just Questing Hour. Please share with us all of your Questing Hour dreams at hashtag my Questing Hour. And don't objectify ocarina salesman.
Ocarina salesman. I made that mistake. It's not worth it. It's $55.
$55 and no phone number.
And no phone number. What is that? But check us out here on YouTube or Spotify, wherever you're listening. And we'll be back on Monday with another side quest and another beautiful nightly tale for you.
Yes. Farewell, travelers.